Hello, welcome to Blame It on the Draw. Today I'm going to give you a deck profile with Divine Dragon Lord Felgrand. And today we're going to be starting first with the Fellgrant Engine. We're going to be using first 3 Archbrave Dragon. Archbrave Dragon, during your standby phase, you can special summon any level 7 or 8 Dragon type monster in your graveyard. Their turn it was sent. And then, in the other turn afterwards was sent. Next up is 2 Divine Dragon Lord Felgrand. When he's special summoned by the graveyard, you can banish 1 monster from your opponent's monster zone or graveyard, and depending on the rank or levels, you can add attack by 100 for each one of them. And if you destroy a monster by battle, you can special summon any dragon from any graveyard to your side of the field. And last but not least is 2 Dragon Knights. Both Dragon Knights actually work for destruction. So, for example, if you destroy a monster by battle, and he can send a level 7 or 8 monster from the deck to the graveyard, and then you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, then tribute him to special summon that one that you target for the sending. And usually you use it to banish him to actually special summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Next up, you have the Blue Eyes Engine, and that would be 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon, of course, is the one that's going to be summoned all the time. That's your beater, and he's level 8, so it's good for your rank 8s. 2 Spirit of White, Spitting White, Spit Bitch White. The White Spitter is the one that's gonna banish your cards. He's gonna be the one banishing your back row to your opponents. So every time he's special summon, it's not once per turn. You can banish 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. And during this player's turn, if your opponent controls a monster, you can tribute this card to special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. And the last one of the engine, which just makes it all run a lot faster, is 3 Whitestone of the Ancients. 3 Whitestone of the Ancients, what it does is when it's sent to the graveyard this turn, and during the end phase, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster that includes Blue Eyes Spirit of White from your deck directly to the field. And whenever he's in the graveyard, you can banish him to add 1 Blue Eyes monster, including Blue Eyes Spirit of White or Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, that's it for the Blue Eyes engine. Next up, we're going to be doing the Chaos engine. Now, this pretty much sucks since Chaos Emperor Dragon will return from the ban list, but unfortunately, Chaos Emperor has an errata. That errata is pure shit, but his effect by summoning him is not. Of course, you can summon him by banishing, I think it's 1 light and 1 dark monster. You can special summon him. This is a free level 8 monster that you can use for XYZ summon to rank up. And then, of course, 2 Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Levianeer, what it does when you banish, depending on what attribute you banish from your graveyard, if you can banish 2, I think it's 3 dark monsters. Let me read just in case. 3 dark monsters. You can shuffle 1 random card your opponent's hand into the deck. Both 1 light and dark. You can disrupt the 2 cards on the field, and only 1 light. You can special summon 1 monster in the graveyard in defense position. And of course, the turn you activate this effect, you cannot attack, unfortunately. And I would cover up the effect of Chaos Emperor Dragon, but you're never going to use it. That's pure garbage. So let's continue on for the last of the monsters. We're running right here is 1 Armor Phage, whatever the hell the name this is, Goliath. Now this one, and during the standby phase, when you special summon it with Archbrave Dragon after you send it to the graveyard with Dragon Ravine, you can special summon it during your opponent's turn in the standby phase. So when it's actually special summoned, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck at all. So you're basically locking him down from the extra deck, and that's a really good thing. Especially now in the metas. Second thing is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Of course, he's a dragon staple. You banish 1 dragon from your field. That includes a token if you want to. Then in this deck, you actually have dragon tokens to spam. And then you can special summon in to activate this effect, which is you can special summon 1 dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard to your main monster zones. And then last for the hand traps, we're talking about 2 effect vaders, of course, Disruption. Why not run Disruption Plus as a bonus? It is a tuner, so you can use it for Synchro summon, but I don't know why we use normal summon Veiler. If you do, you have a terrible situation, period. Next up, we're going to go for the spells. We're going to talk 3. Return of the Dragon Lords. This special summons any dragon monster that's level 7 or 8 on your graveyard, and if any of your dragons will be destroyed by card effects, you can just ban, or by attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard and it will not be destroyed. And next up, we have 3 Dragon Ravines. Dragon Ravines is your enabler. This one activates its effect by you discarding 1 card. That is a cost. That's a really good thing. So just in case if someone wants to ask you, you can always send 1 card directly to your grave. Now, when you activate this effect, you can send, for example, Archbrave Dragon from your hand to then send another card, like, for example, Armor Phage, so you can, in the standby phase during your opponent's turn, you can special summon him. and you can continue on the place there. Now for the draw power, we're going to run 3 trade-in. Trade-in, of course, you can just send 1 level 8 directly to your graveyard and draw 2 cards. Then sending it to the grave is the cost, so that's really good as well. Cost in this deck is one of the best things you can have in the moment. Next up, we have 2 Melody of the Awakening. Melody of the Awakening has the effect of you discarding 1 card, that's a cost, and then add 2 dragon monsters that have 3,000 or more attack, and it has to have 2,500 or less defense. You can add them to your hand. You can add up to 2 of them, and this is really good. And it's not once per turn. It's not a hard once per turn. Not even a once per turn. So, yeah, is it one? No, it's not once per turn. So you can activate this card twice and grab the Legionnaires and the Chaos Emperor directly from your deck to your hand, so you can use your effects. Next up, we have 2 Terraformings. Of course, this is stable to look for Dragon Ravine. This looks for any field spell card that you run in the deck. And more for sending into the graveyard, we have 2 Dragon Shrines. This is a really good butt saver. You can send 1 Dragon-type monster directly to your from your deck to your graveyard. And you can activate a second effect. For example, if you send Blue Eyes Spirit of White or Dragon Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can activate a second effect to send another Dragon-type monster directly from your deck to the graveyard. And next up, we have 2 Ruins of the Dragon Lord. And this is kind of difficult to explain, but basically this is like a skill drain when you control a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster on the field, and you can use it to token spam as well. One of the best plays you can do with the token spamming is by sending that level 7 or 8 directly to the graveyard, or any spell that you control, because it sends any card. And then what you can do is special summon 1 light token, Dragon Lord token, and that's a dragon type. You can use that to banish that token to special summon Red Eyes, or you can just spam both of these. Since these are both not once per turn, you can activate this effect by sending this Ruin and a special one another token, and you can activate a secondary effect that's in the graveyard to sending that level 7 or 8 from your hand to add this one back to your hand. And when you do, you can activate it again, and that time you can send the other one to special summon another token, and you can use both tokens to actually special summon Mistar Boy. And that's the free way that you can special summon Mistar Boy, with actually adding cards from your hand that are beaters, like for example Blue Eyes that are dead cards, directly from your hand to the graveyard. And whenever you control a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster, your opponent, every time that he special summons except from the grave, even you, has his effects negated for that turn. And this is a trigger effect, so anyone can chain through that if they have a trigger effect for the monster they special summon. So you got to be careful with that when you start using it. And next up for the 1-ofs, we have card destruction, of course, mulligan basically. And you have Regeki. Regeki is pretty good since you can wipe up the board and then make up your board to actually do an OTK. We have wing beat my ass, wing beat of giant dragon. Of course, destroy. You send add 1 level 7 or 8. I said at 8. You can add 1 level 5 or higher dragon type monster back to your hand, and you destroy all spells and trap cards your opponent controls. And you have 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, of course, is your extender by sending more monsters into the grave. And you have 1 Twin Twister for that back row destruction and discarding, which is good because you need that cost. And last but not least is 1 Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is extending your place by special summoning any monster from your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard, which is really good when it comes to the plays that you have to do eventually throughout them. Next up for the XYZs, which is the important part, this is a Dark Matter Dragon. Of course, Dark Matter Dragon, the effect of him sending 3 dragon type monsters from your deck to your graveyard that are different names, that effect is a cost. Your opponent cannot ash that, but he can ash the actual other effect, which is your opponent has to banish 3 monsters that can be repeated. And then basically after that, you can detach 1 material from this card and you can attack 2 monsters. And it has 4,000 attack, 0 defense. Unfortunately, this is just a beater and an extender. That's about it. Then you have Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Dragon. This one you can detach 1 material from this card. You can actually XYZ summon this by using another rank 8. That is the Galaxy Monster. And you can detach 1 material from this card. Destroy another card that your opponent controls that's face up. You can only destroy 1 face up card. And then you have Cypher Blade. The Cypher Blade destroys any card, which is basically the same as this one, but less attack. Destroys any card, and if you had a Cypher, Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon in your graveyard, and this card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect or by battle, you can special summon Cypher back from your graveyard. And next time you have Cypher. The Cypher has an effect that you can take one of your opponent's monster, it doesn't matter which one it is, it turns into a Cypher, Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. It has 3,000 attack, and you can use it to attack, but you cannot attack directly after you activate this card's effect. And basically you just use it to extend your plays by XYZ summoning or ranking up on top of each other, and Dark Matter does the same thing with them. And for the last ones, we have Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, we have Titanic Horde Harbinger, Divine Dragon Lord Knight, and we have number 68 Shampoo the Sky number 68 Shampoo the Sky Prison. I'm not even gonna call the name anymore. Basically, yes, shampoo. So the point is to detach one material from this card, and all cards that come from the grave cannot be moved from the graveyard. And for each card monster that is in the graveyards, you gain 100 attack for each one of them. And the other one here is the Divine Dragon Lord Knight. Divine Dragon Lord Knight, you can detach one material from this card, and you can straight up protect any of your cards by targeting it, including itself. Harbinger negates any spells or spells, cards, activation, or effects. And the last one, this is just an extender. He's a negate, but you can't destroy with him unless you have a photon in its XYZ material, which is pretty hard to do. Next up for the synchros, we have one Star Eater and Spirit of White Azure, and one Scarlight. Scarlight destroys all special summon monsters that have 3,000 or less. Azure special summons from on standby phase any monster that's normal, and gives you protection the turn it was special summoned. And Spirit of White, you can just tribute it to special summon this one. And the last but not least, Star Eater. Star Eater is just a beater that you can get out if you have just Red Eyes and one White Stone of Ancients. And next up for the links, we have one Decode Talker, and we have Miss Starboy and Underclock Taker. Underclock Taker is just an extender for you to actually special summon under there. This protects you from targeting, and of course, Miss Starboy gives you another one when you send to the graveyard for a card opponent's destruction or card effects, and you can add it back into your hand. Any light monster, plus it's a light booster and a dark diffuser. And of course, the two Dragon Lord tokens that you would use to spam up for the token spamming. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Don't forget to hit the like button, make that like button your bitch. Hope you like it. Don't forget to comment if you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to leave us a comment down below of what other videos you want to look at. Don't forget to go to the video description below where you can see all the binders and things that we sell. And I hope you like it, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Penis!
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching